How's it? Today's Wednesday, August 30th, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling alright. Yeah. That's the lyrics to that song. But today was a jerk and snatch day. Contrary to what I just said, today was not very good. I think that I'm coming back from that injury, and that's the most important thing. I feel like my lower back hasn't been something that I've been thinking about for this entire week, which is the reason why I say I'm feeling good. It feels like I'm not experiencing pain in my lower back at all, and that is a huge step forward from where I was, just a few weeks ago. With that said, today's session felt really weird. I didn't sleep very well last night. For the last couple of days, I've been sleeping extremely late. I think last night I went to sleep at probably like 3:30. I'm not very proud of that. Like, I'm pretty embarrassed to say that, but it's really important for me to know, because as I come back and watch this video in a week, 2 weeks, 2 months, it gives context to how I'm feeling. So I went to sleep at like 3:30, and then I woke up probably, what was it, 1:30? Nah, it was earlier than that, like 12:30. Whatever it was just like in the middle of the day. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't know what time it was, and I just did not feel good. Like, physically, I feel healthy as far as like sickness goes and whatnot, but I didn't feel very strong overall. Going back to the workout, this is my really long complex 4 moves: push press, bad foot split jerk, which is my right foot forward, then regular split jerk, which is left foot forward, and then the power jerk as my warm up. This was one of the things that I kind of implemented just because my lower back was giving me a lot of issues. Look at how tired I am. I'm absolutely gassed. I think that's today. I think that's the last time I'm doing that for a very long time. So next week I'll be able to focus more on power jerking. 115 power jerk here is my last kind of warm up before my top set of 122. And this is kind of where things started falling apart. I feel really fine. Really back to complete normal. And I'm just not strong enough or quick enough, or what have you, to power jerk 122. So I was going for 3 singles today. I missed this first one. Yeah, it's plenty high. It's plenty high. I am just way behind the bar. Or I guess relatively speaking, the bar's in front of me. I make this one here. Let's just watch the side angle here. It's not pretty, but I do make it. I think that the issue is my right shoulder doesn't feel like I have that mobility to kind of snap into position very quickly. Here's my third set here. I fail this one. I fail this one in a dramatic fashion. You can look at either side of these, but I'm gonna look at the left video and watch me go flying here. Woo! That one is very similar to why I missed that first lift. But kind of going back to how I felt this morning when I woke up, I was just like completely exhausted. I don't know if that's a function of me working last night or whatever, but I'm not putting blame or emphasis on that. It's just like, that's just the circumstances I was dealt with. So when I went into these power jerks, legitimately when I stood up to, like when I unracked them from the block, whatever you want to call it, it felt like I could not get power out of my legs. It felt like if I started to bend my knee, then I was going to end up going all the way down to like a full squat. So I had to kind of battle mentally with how that was feeling overall and try my best to get a good dip and then get some amount of drive out of my legs. And that's, I think, in my opinion, is one of the reasons why I missed those 2 jerks. I mean, I'm plenty strong to do it. Given how my back is feeling, there's no excuse as to why I missed those 2. I guess there could be a lot of excuses, but for me, it's like I'm not gonna blame it on my lower back anymore. And then, yeah, as far as that goes, I don't know what I'm going to do next week. I might move strictly into behind the neck jerks or behind the neck power jerks, or I don't know. We'll see what happens. But after that, I moved into regular snatches from the ground, which last week and every week before that for like, I don't know, 5 weeks, I was doing low block snatches to give my lower back a little bit of rest and still be able to work the full range of motion overhead squatting wise. And I think that was very, very helpful. And then slowly increased 3 kilos every week. And so last week was 69. Nice. But today it was 72. And 72 from the ground. Here's the first set. I initially planned to do 3 sets of 2 because that's what I was doing last week. But right when I got to my top set, I was like, all right, I can do 5 sets here, like no problem. That's what I used to do. And given that I had a poor showing for my power jerks, I felt like that's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to work a little bit more just so that it felt like it was productive. I think a lot of the misses are productive in the sense that you figured out maybe a limit in your strength, in your speed, in your power. Maybe you figured out a limit in your technique. But to me today, I mean, yeah, if my technique was a little bit better, I would have been able to make those jerks. But I think that today I just didn't have the power. And like at that point, there's no amount of like learning that I could have gotten from that if I'm looking at it in that perspective. Maybe that's the wrong perspective to adopt, but that's what I thought about the entire time I was snatching. So I was like, all right, like, gotta recoup this in some manner. So I'm gonna do 2 more sets than I had originally planned when I walked in, and I think it turned out fine. For me, 72 is less than my way. I can power snatch this pretty easily. So I'm just trying my best to keep my movement crisp and clean. And some of these are just not, like, I'm not proud of them, but they are what I put out, and it is what it is. Like that last one was pretty solid here. And then actually go for a power snatch because why not, right? It's the extra credit that I'm trying to go for. For me, a lot of my snatches today felt weird. It's not very heavy, but I feel like there was a portion in the lift where I'm kind of just maneuvering the bar with my arms, which is not something that I'm practicing actively, but it is something that is happening today. So I don't know if I'm going to be looking at that moving forward, but we'll see what happens. Finished off with some back extensions. Today was a pretty long session because, anytime you add on sets like that, it just ends up being long. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching, listening, liking, commenting, subscribing. Please do if you're not already. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.